I'm grateful for how Ed has impacted not only my life, but so many at J.D. Edwards and Nextworld. His passion was contagious. His leadership inspired me and everyone who worked for him to accomplish so much more than we ever thought we were capable of.
As I think about it, there may be no one that I know that has left a more significant impact on so many different people than Ed.
I'd say it's pretty hard to overestimate his impact on my life. You know, early on, you don't know that, right? I got out of school, started working with J.D. Edwards, and now, fast forward to Nextworld, that impact on our family and the way it's changed me as a person has allowed me to grow professionally.
He was affectionately known at times as a steamroller from hell. In my 63 years on this planet, I have never met another individual who had more drive. Once he set about to do something, nothing could get in his way to achieving that goal.
I witnessed Ed's drive as much as anyone. He actually enjoyed going to work at 3 a.m. He was notorious for believing work was more fun than fun.
He led by example. I mean, there was no doubt. Again, I go back to if you want to know what Ed McVaney's all about, read the culture document. I mean, he lived and breathed it. It was him reduced to writing in many regards.
So to me, the culture was something completely different than I'd ever experienced. It was more of a family, right? And everybody had a passion to do their job.
He likes to take complex topics and make them simple and communicate them simply.
His important things in life were the culture of his company and how we built that. Employee satisfaction was terrific. Our customer satisfaction was terrific.
One of the things that I was impressed with Ed was that he was never focused on the short term or doing the easy, right? A lot of businesses might say, well, here's the next thing we got to do. This is going to be the easiest thing. Let's just check the box, get it done. Ed's view was always the long term. It was do what's right. And I think that was just something from a business perspective that's just always stayed with me over the years. Always think about doing the right thing, even if it's the hard thing.
Through J.D. Edwards and now through Nextworld, Ed created businesses that take the long view. He instilled in me the importance of long-term relationships and doing what's right, even if it's harder.
The number of lives that he was able to impact through the wonderful company that he built and I'm a good example of that.
I think that Ed looked at everything that he approached and looked and said, can we do this better? Can we improve this? He wanted to build a company that was a company that people would love to work for.
He worked very, very hard, that's for sure. He had fun along the way. So I truly believe he loved working. He loved the people he worked with. He loved well-architected software. So again, it's that passion. He wasn't doing it just to earn money.
It's the only place, I would say, even looking at Nextworld now and just the influence Ed and Kylie bring, and from J.D. Edwards, what Ed brought, I think it's about the only two companies, and right now Nextworld, I can speak about Nextworld because that's the present experience I have. It's about the only company I actually enjoy coming to work.
He really cared about not just his employees, but his customers too. And they felt that they had a connection with J.D. Edwards, a personal connection and a connection with that. He was available.
And that all comes from the company culture that's instilled. And very few people, especially CEOs, think of a company culture. They all have a company culture document, but they don't live it. And they live it. Ed lives it, Kylie lives it, the company lives it.
The focus on culture is something that clearly we have today. We have it though because of that and because of what Ed created. And Nextworld would not be what it is if it weren't for that. We would just be another software company, good products and all, but I think our ability to recruit, be it customers, be it employees, is really benefited by our culture.
Thank you, Ed, for inspiring us to have fun at work, to love software, and to care about each other. Now it's our turn to carry the torch.